Hello everyone, and a special thank you to Frank. This is Cancer Ribbon Eyewear, a company devoted to the awareness and support of all cancers. Frank lost his mother to breast cancer. His aunt Joyce is still fighting it. To show his support, he's gotten the Cancer Ribbon Eyewear. This is model number Pray for the Cure, the 52 eye size in the color tortoise. It comes with two pink ribbons on each temple. And it also comes with a polarized magnetic clip-on using rare earth magnets. And let me show you how I'm going to cut his lenses. I'm going to pop out the original demo lenses that come with the frame. Put his frame into the tracing element of my blocker. I'm going to assign a barcode number to it. He is Secret Agent 3352. Now, Frank used to live in Dallas, Texas, and has moved cross-country by way of Botswana. He lives an interesting life with an amazing set of skills, even a retired pastor and mechanical know-how kind of guy. So years from now, no matter where he lives on the planet, if he emails me his new prescription, I'm going to be able to send the lenses to his home based on this barcode now that will be entered into the database of my machine. I'm going to hit the start button. The little stylus is going to pop up, go around, trace the inside bevel of the right side of the frame before doing the same thing on the left. Here at Cancer Ribbon Eyewear, again, a company devoted to the support and awareness of all cancers. You buy any frame from me and you'll get one free pair of clear single vision prescription lenses or non-prescription fashion lenses. My receipt has my federal ID tax number, so if you have vision insurance or unused health savings account flex dollars, you will get reimbursed for this purchase. Now, I can take flex dollars over the phone, but I do not accept any vision insurance plans. However, I can provide to you upon request an itemized receipt that has my federal ID tax number, so you can get reimbursed for this purchase from your insurance company. Now, that is the shape that I'll be cutting today. I'm going to move on to the next screen. I need to enter some of the values known as the pupillary distance and the optical center height. His pupillary distance is 32 for each eye. The computer starts at 32.5. So I'm actually going to tap this minus button once. It goes down in half millimeter increments. Now I want to raise the optical center height up to 21. And I'm going to write that down. Now, he's the same on both eyes, so it doesn't matter. These are the right and the left lenses. It could be either one until I hit the start button. Let me go ahead and take this one out, place it into my Marco 101 lensometer. Actually, make sure everything's on 0. Put the power drum on 1. And I'm going to put a dot on the center of each lens. And this will be the right lens. I'm going to do the same thing now for the left lens. Pull the packet out. Do that. Label this one L for left. Now, this is a block, or as I like to call it, Jenny from the block. I need to attach this to your lens while it is cutting. So I need two double-sided adhesive stickers, of which I've got them here. The black side is the sticky side. I'm going to stick this one onto the first block. Do the same thing now for the second one. Pull the paper away. Now on the back of this is a silver button that is a magnet. It's going to do its job twice. The first time it's going to attach itself to another magnet there in the arm and get everything centered into the machine. The dots tells me that it's oriented and they're just perfectly. So this is known as laying out a lens. Hit that button. The arm's going to come down, place the block onto the right lens. We'll do the same thing now for the left lens. Pull the paper away to make the black side sticky. Line up the magnet. Now, if he had a different pupillary distance, I would enter that for the left eye, but the left has just mirrored what the right has done. So same optical center height, same pupillary distance. Get everything laid out. Hit that button. The arm's going to come down, place the block onto the left lens. Now, this is the tracer, this is the blocker. This machine is known as the edger. It's going to edge your lens down from this size to this size. It's going to do this on this, well, this machine weighs 200 pounds. It costs $40,000. I recommend everyone go out, buy their own, put it on your tool bench, and then you could cut your own lenses at home, and you will need this guy with the two thumbs to do it for you. The actual cutting wheel is this diamond crusted wheel that's going to grind away your lens material until it's a final size. This wheel in the center is going to put the V-shaped bevel onto the lens so it stays inside the bevel of the frame. I want to wake up the computer. Job ID number 3352. 3352. So I've transferred the data from here to here. These are polycarbonate lenses. If they were plastic, high index plastic, or Trivex, I would select that material. But we're going to stick with polycarbonate because it's my lens material of choice. I'm not going to polish the edge of the lens because it's not going to be seen. I'm not going to put a safety bevel on the front convex surface of the lens, but I am going to place one on the rear concave surface of the lens. Now the magnet's going to do its job a second time. It's going to attach itself to another magnet there in the chuck, or as I like to call it, the Charles, because I just don't know this machine well enough to call it Chuck. By the way, free bad jokes with a pair of every glasses made. Hit the green start button, the door is going to close, the clamp is going to shut. The lens will be traced by 2 white styluses, making sure that it's large enough to fit into the frame on the first go round. And you can see it's just tracing the shape of the right lens. The old carpenter saying measure twice, cut once. It's measuring the thickness of the lens to know exactly and precisely where to place the bevel so you have the least amount of edge thickness showing, of which, Frank, you will have none, because your prescription is not that strong, plus the plastic hides a lot of the edge thickness. Now the water you see flickering in the background, that's there to catch the optical sawdust. Polycarbonate lenses cut dry, meaning that no water sprays onto the lens while it is cutting, unlike plastic, high-index plastic, and Trivex, which are different lens materials that will have the water spraying onto the lens while it is cutting. Now water will spray onto your lenses, Frank, but only for the last 20 seconds to wash away any optical debris that you may happen to see beginning to form. So as I mentioned, your lenses are made out of polycarbonate, which is 40% thinner and lighter than regular plastic. They are virtually unbreakable. These are high-impact ballistics grade lens material. The same lens material that our soldiers wear overseas in combat zones to protect your eyes from shrapnel, from flying debris. It also has 100% UVA and UVB protection built into the lens. We know what the sun's harmful ultraviolet rays can do to your skin. Your eyes are 8 times more sensitive than your skin, so you have permanent sunscreen for your eyes, unlike the lotions, creams, and sprays that have to be reapplied every couple hours when you're in direct exposure to the sun. This is permanent and never needs to be reapplied. Now the machine is going through its own check and balance system just to double check again where to place the bevel so you have the least amount of edge thickness showing. Now the other nice thing about your lenses, they are aspheric. Aspheric simply means not spherical. A spherical lens is round in every direction and gives you an ugly cosmetic fishbowl appearance. An aspheric lens, yes, these are thinner and lighter, but the front curvature is flatter to fit into today's flatter curvature frames. It also gives you a wider field of view and a better cosmetic look. You get all that for free with the purchase of any frame. Now, what I started doing, this frame comes in 3 colors, black, tortoise, and purple, and they all come with a pink ribbon on the front of the temple and what's known as the temple tip. All 3 of them come with a polarized rare earth magnetic clip-on. The black frame comes with a black clip-on, complete for $149. The tortoise, like Frank is getting, comes with a tortoise clip-on, and the tortoise and the black have gray lenses. The purple frame comes with a purple clip-on and has a brown gradient polarized clip-on. And I'll show you more of how I got to this project, how these came around. I'll dry the lens off, make sure there's no optical sawdust on the edge of the lenses. Take your frame. The reason why I put the safety bevel on the back surface of the lens, which just makes it extra smooth. The front surface of the lens is not rough by any means, but the back is extra smooth, because if this lens were too large to fit into the frame on the first go around, I would take it down a little bit more and more till it snaps in there easily. I'm going to tuck it in the outside corner, push down with my thumbs, it snaps right in. Now if it was too large, it would come into contact with the edge of the frame, possibly scratching or marring the finish of the frame, and that's why I always put a safety bevel on the back surface, whether it's going to fit first time or not. So I'm going to flip this over to L, which is Latin for not right. Place the magnet into the Chuck, the Charles, the Chucky baby, or today I'm calling it the Frank. Hit the green start button, the door closes, the clamp shuts. Again, the lens will be traced by 2 white styluses. Make sure the left lens is large enough to fit into the frame. And you can see as this tracing out the shape of the left side of the frame. And just like before, measuring the thickness of the lens to know where to place the bevel so you have the least amount of edge thickness showing, of which you have none. Frank, you got nothing. You got nada. No edge thickness. All you can see on the side is that beautiful pink ribbon and everything that it stands for. So, while the left lens is cutting, I'm going to go ahead and work on the right. Take that off, add to my sticker collection. Come down here, place it into my lensometer in front of that black dot, which is where it's going to sit directly in front of your pupil. Read the power. And I'm getting -1, exactly halfway between 0 and 2. That's where you're going to find 1. If you notice, this is the red minus number, not the black positive. That's a magnifying lens. Frank's lens is minified. Now, with his glasses off, everything is much too large. But when he takes them off, he can actually see his fingerprint really well. But as it gets farther and farther away, the images are too large. So his lenses minify, which is the opposite of magnifying. Now, he has 4 steps of minification. He is nearsighted, so in order to see an object clearly far away, he needs 4 steps. Now, the unit of measurement we use in the optical world is called a diopter, spelled D-I-O-P-T-E-R. Starts at 0 and goes up in quarter increments from there, 0.25, 0.50, 0.75, 1. So on the 4th rung of a ladder. And what's unique, he has the same amount of power in each eye for the correction. Now, he has no astigmatism correction. Now, there is a stigma over the word astigmatism. It just means shape. Everyone freaks out when they hear that word. It's just like saying someone has straight hair, someone else has curly hair. It's just a shape. The first number magnifies or minifies. The second number, if he did have astigmatism, is the fine-tune knob. Uncorrected astigmatism makes 6s and 8s look alike, or the letters P and F. That's the fine-tune knob, but you don't have to worry about that with his prescription. Now, I got here these 3 frames because I started designing Christian eyewear. Again, same principal colors, black, tortoise, and purple. But with the Christian eyewear, you can get it with either a gold cross or a silver cross on each temple. Both with a magnetic clip-on. Same for the tortoise, gold or silver. Same for the majestic purple, tortoise or silver. Now, Frank is a retired pastor and was actually thinking about getting these, and when I showed him this, halfway through this project, my wife came to me and says, if you can put a cross on the side, can you put a pink ribbon? Because 7 of her 8 aunts are breast cancer thrivers. Not survivors, but thrivers. They're going ahead with their lives. So, same exact frame, same clip-ons. One has a cross on the outside, the other has a pink ribbon. This happens to be Philippians 4:13, which is I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And this one is called Pray for the Cure. Now, if I was smarter, and no one has ever accused me of being smarter, I could have put a cross on one side and a pink ribbon on the other, but I didn't think about that until it was too late in the manufacturing process. They said, do it on the next frame. And of course, all of my Christian eyewear frames will come with a Bible passage on the inside. And again, these are available in a black, tortoise, and purple. And by Christmas of 2020, I will have a dogwood color, because if you're going to walk up to the bell, ring it. Jesus was crucified on a dogwood trunk, and I wanted to have a wood color frame since we're talking about the crucifix itself. So I'll have that soon. This is available in a 52 eye size. This is available current in a 52, and will soon, by Christmas of 2020, have a 55 and 58 eye size. If you want to know how they fit, I was influenced by the Ray-Ban 2132 New Wayfarer, which I wore for about 8 years. And then I woke up one day, I'm not a musician, but I woke up one day and realized I'm just a cover band. I'm putting lenses in other people's songs. Ralph Lauren, Harley Davidson, BMW, Ray-Ban, Oakley, Cazal, more Ray-Bans, Versace, Silhouettes, and many more. When I realized I wanted to write my own songs, and what song was dear to my heart? The Christian cross, our Lord and Savior who died on the cross. And then my wife came to me with something dear to her heart, and I said, I'll check with the manufacturer, and this began. Now, this website, the Christian Ribbon Eyewear, is dedicated to my mother who gave me life, and to my wife who has filled it with meaning. So now my wife has her own collection. But if you want to know how this frame fits, you can go into any store in America who sells the Ray-Ban 2132 New Wayfarer, not the original Wayfarer, the New Wayfarer. Try it on. Now, these are sunglasses, but you can try it on and you'll see the fit and the weight of it. If you want to try the Christian eyewear, you can try on the 55 or 58 in the sunglasses. The Sunglass Hut and most optical shops will have that as sunglasses. Just try it on and you can get it with clear lenses, which is the geek chic look. Now the only thing I did, this is known as the shield. It is the back of the rivet. I took the shield off the front of the frame, and the Ray-Ban comes with a 3-barrel hinge. I put a 7-barrel hinge on both frames. 3-barrel meaning that this is known as the temple, the part that goes over your ear. The temple has 2 barrels on it, and the hinge, the frame front has 1. You put the screw together and that's a 3-barrel hinge. I went with a 4-barrel on the temple and 3 on the frame front. So now when you put the screw in there, this is just built like a tank. I wanted this where you can sit on it, step on it, and nothing will happen to it. So let me dry off this lens. Let's see if it fits first time around, if I'll have to take it down some more. Just kidding, I know it's going to fit. This frame is deceptively lightweight and comfortable. I know it's built like a tank, but it is very comfortable to wear, and I can mail you lenses anywhere in the world once I cut the lenses one time. And of course I'm wearing the Philippians 413 in the black and silver, and I'll get to that in a minute, but I'm going to pull off the sticker, add to my collection, come down here, finish doing what's known as final inspection. I want to inspect this to make sure it is made perfectly. -1, so that it is. Now the last part of the last 2 steps is I want to, that one's missing a clip. I have to measure the pupillary distance and the optical center height. Just like the crosshairs of a scope, I measure vertically and horizontally to make sure everything is sitting perfectly where it should. His pupillary distance is 32 for each eye for a total of 64. I'm going to turn the card around, place the PD stick against my thumb, not the inches, let's do millimeters. And I am getting 64 millimeters, so that is cut perfectly. Now the optical center height of 21. Now not to the bottom of the lens, but to the middle of the deepest part of the plastic, because again the lens goes halfway into the frame because of the bevel. Place that against my thumb and we're getting 21 millimeters, so that is cut perfectly. 21 millimeters. Now the next step is cleaning the lens off, and this is a portion in every video that as I clean your lenses, I mentioned that there's also free shipping. By the way, everything is tax-free and free shipping anywhere in the United States and military bases in the territories. But when you get these in the mail, there's a small chance these could fit too loose or too tight. However, there's an 80% chance that one side is going to sit higher than the other. That's because 80% of people have one ear that is higher than the other, and because of that statistic, 99% of all optical shops will do free adjustments if you ask them. But I'm going to get them in standard alignment first, also known as a 3-point stance. The 3 points are 1, 2, and the bottom of the frame being 3. I set them on the counter and press down. There is no wobble. Now when I say wobble, when I take mine off and press down on the counter, they wobble on the counter, but they sit level on me. Again, I'm wearing the Philippians 413 in black and silver. Oops, I put that one in the wrong, no, that is in the right place. The black and silver, which goes, that's the black and gold. The black and silver, which goes with my black hair with the silver wisdom highlights, or I should say, I've got silver hair with black highlights coming in. I used to have silver highlights, now it's just down to black. But let me put mine back on so I can see what I'm doing. Flip this over, press down, there is no wobble. Close each temple to make sure they overlap, and they do. That neither temple is askew. Now again, I went to opticianry college to do what I do. I've been, in my 22 year career now, I've personally cut over tens of thousands of pairs of glasses for people in my community. Now I can start to sell them in my online community. But if you have any questions, you can go to the contact me page of the website. Or you can type in info@cancerribboneyewear.com. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram as Cancer Ribbon Eyewear. You can also leave a question or comment in the comment section below. But I can do any power prescription. I can do these, which are Frank single vision lenses. I can do the traditional line style bifocal, which is what's in the Ray-Ban here. I can do the invisible bifocal, which is in these frames. I can do these as, you know, transitions and anti-glare, the extra active transitions. I can do these as mirror coatings. Of course, all the frames come with the clip-on. Now, the single vision lenses, it's $149 complete with your single vision prescription lenses and the clip-on and free shipping anywhere in the US. The line style bifocals at $199. The invisible bifocal, which is Zeiss. I use the Zeiss Light D digital freeform progressive lenses for any of for $249 complete, because Zeiss has partnered with the American Cancer Society because they give you the most complete UV protection of any brand of lenses out there. And Zeiss is really high top quality, and I want everyone to have the best quality lens possible for $249. But thank you for watching. Frank, thank you so much. Frank got these again. He lost his mother to breast cancer. His aunt Joyce is still fighting, and of course, for each fight won, for each battle lost, for those who are still fighting, you can proudly wear and support everyone with your cancer ribbon eyewear and show them that they're not alone. They don't have to fight alone. They've got someone who's willing to talk with them and be there and support them. So thank you for watching, and now hopefully everyone has got a chance to see how I bring that loving feeling back to glasses. Thank you.